It's getting to the point where it's just like common to see it.
Tonight, several opioid overdose deaths have occurred this week in the Northland. We're taking a look at what's being done in our schools.
And plans are in motion to bring the urban back to Duluth, but conditions have to be just right. We'll tell you when it could be back in the slip.
Plus, are you tired of those pesky robocalls? Well, lawmakers are too, and they're proposing some big changes to make it harder for scammers.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. The opioid crisis is on the rise in the Northland.
In just 8 days, authorities say 4 people died of opioid overdoses in our region. Of those 4 people who died, 3 were men, ranging from their mid-20s to early 30s. The overdoses happened in Saginaw, Rice Lake, Cloquet, and Hermantown.
In 2019, just the city of Duluth has seen 14 opioid-related deaths, and Sergeant Wade Rosh with the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office says that number continues to rise, especially in the last 2 years. He says in all the most recent cases, the victims were receiving care from their family.
So we see that fairly consistently, as that is it's a really scary time, is when you're coming just out of incarceration or done with an inpatient treatment.
Rosh emphasizes people who are dealing with drug addiction come from all different walks of life, social and economic backgrounds.
The opioid epidemic is also hitting high schools. A program called Change the Outcome is working to raise awareness and educate students about drug abuse. CBS3's Emma Quinn spoke to one Denfeld High School student who's seen the impact of addiction firsthand.
Students at Denfeld High School, like Armin Freeman, say they know opioids are a problem in our community.
It's a lot in our age group. I see it very often. It's getting to the point where it's just like common to see it.
The issue hits especially close to home for him. Freeman lost his father to a drug addiction.
It's hard, like if you grow up with parents that does it and you're just naturally around it growing up, it's very hard for you to not do it.
These are the kinds of conversations Denfeld High School wants their students to have. Change the Outcome is one way of getting them talking.
To make sure that kids are getting honest, truthful information about the leading cause of death for young people right now.
Students watched a documentary on substance use disorders. A panel of recovering addicts also spoke to the students, hoping to make a connection and empower them to make good choices.
It's much more effective for kids to hear from other young people. You know, they have a lot of adults telling them what they should do or what they shouldn't do.
For Freeman, the presentation also showed him he has support, something he says makes him confident he'll stay on the right path.
I know how to speak up if I'm feeling down. I have a lot of people there for me in the school system, my friends and my family that I can talk to. I can get stuff off my chest.
Change the Outcome is presenting at high schools across the state, hoping to combat the opioid epidemic by stopping young people from using. They speak to students in 7th through 10th grade.
Dave's here now to look at weather. He's going to tell us that the clouds are going to clear, the rain's going to stop, and it's going to be 80 tomorrow, right, Dave?
You're right, except for the 80 part, Anthony.
Okay.
We may have to wait a little bit longer than tomorrow, but you have the general trend.
Okay.
This rain isn't going to last forever. Let's fire up the Doppler for Tony, who just loves Doppler maps. I don't know why, but he does. We've got a low-pressure system in the area right now, and that's been bringing a bit of a mix today and rain right now, and may continue to bring rain through tomorrow morning. Then the slow clearing process comes in from the west via that high-pressure system. It may take a day to get things cleared up. So here's our day planner for Wednesday. The rain may linger until about off to school time in the morning, 37 the temp then. Mostly cloudy by noon, but dry, 41 degrees. Topping out around 45 in the afternoon. Clouds will start to try to break up, setting us up for a complete change on Thursday. If it's going to be cloudy Wednesday, here's a hint. Thursday likely will be sunnier. But will it last longer than that? We'll show you the whole 7-day forecast in just a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. A 17-year-old girl has gone missing near two harbors, and police believe she ran away. Chloe Heidela was last heard from last night at the Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College. Officials say she was headed to her sister's home in Duluth, but never showed up. She drives a white Honda Civic. If you have any information, please call Two Harbors Police.
Golfers will soon learn the fate for portions of Duluth's two public golf courses. You'll recall in August, the Duluth City Council approved a plan to move forward the process that would allow developers to submit proposals for the potential development of Lester and Enger golf courses. That includes 50 acres of the Lester's Lake 9 and 10 acres of the driving range at Enger. After drafting a request for proposal, the city is now ready to accept and review plans that include mixed-use residential affordable housing. This comes as both golf courses have fallen into serious debt in recent years. For more information on the proposal, head over to our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
If you live in Wisconsin, some good news. Your air quality is getting better. According to the DNR's Air Quality Trends Report, most pollutants are continuing to decrease. Fine particle concentrations are down by 35% statewide since 2002. About 94% of Wisconsin's population now lives in areas that do meet federal air quality standards. 6 counties along Lake Michigan still do not meet those standards.
The William A. Irvin could be headed home this week. Deck officials say that's only if the weather and water conditions are just right. Last September, the ship moved from the Minnesota Slip in Duluth to Fraser Shipyards in Superior for repair work. Now, that work is almost done. The ship just has to go through an inspection. We're expecting to learn or hear an exact return date soon. Deck officials say no matter what, the haunted ship won't open this season.
If you were counting down the days to free parking in Canal Park, well, you'll have to wait a little bit longer. Parking in most of Canal Park is usually free from October 16th through May 14th. Parking officials have decided to extend the pay for parking period through October 20th. The city says the extended pay period is due to the upcoming Minnesota Educator Academy Conference. The MEA conference starts Thursday and lasts through Sunday. City officials say waiving the parking fee is part of the Imagine Duluth initiative, and the goal is to help drive tourism towards Canal Park during the winter months.
Voters in Wisconsin are gearing up for a primary election for their 7th congressional district.
As we wait to hear from the governor's office on when that will happen, CBS's Naomi Cowles is telling us what we need to know about each candidate.
The 5 candidates come from all over the district and outside of it. Senator Tom Tiffany has represented the 12th district in the state Senate since 2012. And he's been endorsed by former Governors Scott Walker and Tommy Thompson, as well as several sitting state Republican lawmakers. He's up against Jason Church, raised in Menominee and living now in Hudson. This former combat Army veteran retired as a captain and went on to earn his law degree. This is his first run at an elected political office. Michael Pella from Edgar wraps up the Republican side of the candidates for now. For Democrats, newly announced Tricia Zunker is the only candidate hailing from Wausau, the largest city in the district. Lawrence Dale, a former Green Party candidate for the district, lives currently in Michigan, and he's made his announcements and media appearances today outside the 7th Congressional. For all of them, political science professor and WHIP's executive director Eric Giordano says agriculture will be at the top of the list for issues facing the candidates.
Some that clearly affect, this area are our agricultural industries, our manufacturing, and I think some of the issues around our trade policies really are having impact here.
Well, back here in Minnesota, chances are you're not the only one who's sick of frustrating robocalls. In fact, lawmakers are too, and they're joining the fight against them. Yesterday, some House DFL members announced their plans for new legislation to crack down on the calls. The Minnesota Department of Commerce says they've received 387 million robocalls just this year in this state. For some perspective, that's 58 calls per person. The legislation clearly states robocalls are illegal and will make theft that comes from them a felony in Minnesota. Lawmakers plan to introduce the legislation when next year's session begins in February.
Voters are set to get an up-close look at Democratic presidential candidates before the crowd thins again. Right now, we are less than an hour away from the 4th debate in Ohio. All 10 candidates who qualified for the last debate in September will take the stage, along with Representative Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii and billionaire businessman Tom Steyer. The debate will start at 7 on CNN.
A woman in Wisconsin is making some harsh allegations against her now former employer.
Brittany Spencer, a former waitress at a southeastern Wisconsin restaurant, claims she was let go for refusing to serve customers who made transphobic remarks.
But as Christine Flores reports, the restaurant says that's not the case.
You may have seen the post floating around your Facebook page. It was made by Brittany Spencer Saturday night after being sent home from her waitressing job at Fat Joe's for not waiting on a table.
They started making really derogatory, transphobic comments about the person wearing the dress, and then attempted to engage me in the conversation, asking, if I thought it was disgusting and wrong and why would they be allowed into the establishment. And I, quickly responded, no, I don't think it's wrong, and I walked away. And then I was told that that would be my table to serve. I immediately found my manager, Whitney, and asked politely not to serve them because I did not feel comfortable after the comments they were making. And I was told to either suck it up or go home.
Everybody has their opinions. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Us as a business, we have to stay as neutral as possible.
Wallander says she and her management team made the decision to send Brittany home for the day, but hadn't fired her.
She decided she wanted to post stuff on Facebook about being sent home, and we just made a business decision that we can't have employees that aren't going to make us look good as an establishment either.
Wallander fired Spencer the next day.
I said, if you guys feel that this is wrong, go leave a review under their Facebook page.
The overwhelming response caused the business to take down their page.
I think it's important that we know how to live with people that have different opinions than us.
And I don't want anybody to be harassed, but they need to be made aware that what they did was not okay.
Brittany is in the process of looking for another job. Owners of the establishment say it's business as usual there. And as for their Facebook page, they say they'll soon have that back up and running.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a big weekend looms for youth hunters across Minnesota. Details coming up.
High temp made it to 46 today. That's cooler than normal again. Likely will be like that tomorrow. But afterwards, a chance for a warm-up does come our way. First, we have to shake off the rain that we get tonight. We'll tell you when it'll end. Coming up in a few more minutes.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
Update your home with the safety and warmth of a gas fireplace with the best-looking flame in Duluth. At the Fireplace Corner, we take your old, drafty, wood-burning fireplace to warm and reliable with our Heat and Glow gas inserts. Our Heat and Glow selection and financing options are backed by our 100% done-right guarantee. Don't wait for the cold. Call or stop in today and visit your local Heat and Glow gas fireplace experts with the best-looking flame in Duluth. Or click thefireplacecorner.com for our full selection.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
Join 7 Winds Casino for this month's exciting promotion. It's Deal or the Wheel at 7 Winds Casino. All day, every Saturday in October. Join us for Deal or the Wheel cash drawings. Each hour, a winner will be drawn to spin the wheel twice for up to $1,000 cash. Or change the cash into extra lives and spin once more for more extra lives. Don't miss out on Deal or the Wheel, the premier guest experience in the Great Northwoods. 7 Winds Casino, Lodge and Conference Center, Hayward, Wisconsin.
If you're driven by an adventurous heart, you're in luck. The Subaru Outback is all new for 2020. With standard symmetrical all-wheel drive plus up to 33 miles per gallon. An available 260 horsepower turbocharged engine, advanced technology, and an extra large touchscreen. Welcome to the best Outback ever, the 2020 Subaru Outback. Go where love takes you.
Lease a 2020 Subaru Outback for $349 a month. Visit Miller Hill Subaru today.
Thursday, if you ever wondered how Sheldon became Sheldon,
You're taking a break from science.
this is the episode for you.
Good news. What is it? A fantasy book series called The Lord of the Rings.
Got the Lord in it.
Then,
Forrest was on your dating app.
It wasn't just me. We all knew. Did you change my profile picture?
We just found one that we like so much better. Because in the one that you posted, and I'm sure it was a mistake, you were doing pistol fingers.
a new episode of The Unicorn after a new young Sheldon. CBS Thursday.
CBS3 weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, even though the sky was gray today and it was a little bit gloomy out there with the rain coming down, there's still beauty to be found. The fall color season does continue. It's past peak for some northern places, yeah, but for many of the rest of us, it's still doing all right. And take a look at this picture that came in from our good friend Karen Ann today. There's a little sliver of rainbow there. So there's a hope the clouds will go away and the rain will end. And by Thursday, yeah, we should get some sunshine and a warm up too, which we'll talk about after we eye up the current conditions at the airport in Duluth. The live picture behind, of course, is just outside Ely there by Robinson Lake. Looks very nice there as well, despite the gray sky. 43, that's what we have at the airport. Cloudier sky and some showers. That probably will continue through early tomorrow morning before we begin a slow drying and clearing process. Wind right now, northerly 8 miles per hour. Relative humidity, 76%, and our barometric pressure is a little bit low at 29.95 comparatively, but odds are it'll go up by Thursday as a high takes over to bring us at least a day worth of sunshine. Maybe that's about it, though, too. Current temperatures, 39 Hibbing and Orr, 40 Grand Rapids, 41 Moose Lake, and 43 in Superior. We're looking at some chilly conditions towards Watersmead at 34 and only 37 in Ironwood, but we perk up a bit to 39 for Ashland and Hayward, and 42 degrees International Falls. So cooler than normal yesterday and today and tomorrow as well. But once we get towards Thursday and later on, 60 will not be out of the question for maybe a pair of days. Doppler map right now, though, shows a low-pressure system over northwestern Wisconsin. That's where it's centered, and it's bringing rain showers from the UP through the head of the lakes and up towards the Iron Ranges as well. 60% chance that'll continue overnight here tonight. Then, tomorrow, well, the low-pressure system leaves, and higher pressure from the west does build in to bring us some sunshine, maybe for Thursday. Wednesday should be cloudy but dry. Thursday should be sunny and beautiful. Friday already, Friday night, another chance of rain does come our way. Will that spoil the weekend? We'll show you with the 7-day forecast. Frankly, I don't think it will. Tonight, low temps in the 30s for Minnesota. 60% rain chance. 60% rain chance for Wisconsin and the UPs. Lows there in the upper 30s for tomorrow. Daytime highs, Wisconsin, Michigan, mid to upper 40s. Except towards Ironwood, only 42. Mostly cloudy sky. Yeah, the rain should end in the morning and then slow clearing process as the day goes on. That'll hold on to Minnesota as well. High temps there, 42 to 46. Mostly cloudy sky. Northwest wind 5 to 15 miles per hour. Our extended forecast then shows mid-40s for many of us on Wednesday, which is cooler than normal, but 50 and sunshine. By Thursday, 50 may not sound that exciting, but after 40s, I think it'll be great. Then Friday, evening showers possible, 60 degrees. Saturday morning showers possible and 60 degrees, meaning Saturday afternoon and Sunday should be dry and a wonderful time to get out and enjoy our waning fall colors.
Yeah, it's a good time. Those leaves are really coming down now.
Yeah, they're not going to last forever.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Dave. Minnesota's youth deer hunting season is just a few days away. Exciting.
The initiative began in 2004 in the northwestern part of the state, but since it's stretched statewide to the Northland and beyond.
CBS3's Gamil Hall spoke to local shop owners ahead of the big weekend.
The temps are falling, the winds are turning, the seasons are changing in more ways than one.
As soon as the leaves start dropping, our fishermen drop off and our hunters definitely pick up the other part of the business.
Then comes a push to get kids out of the classroom and into the wilderness during MEA weekend.
The DNR is trying to do whatever they can to get new folks into the games we play, and
Get them out hunting, get them out fishing, start them out younger.
On Thursday, the annual youth hunt begins in the state of Minnesota for children ages 10 to 17. This year, it will be statewide.
It's good to see the dads bringing their kids in and moms bringing their kids in. It's really a fun game. It's good to see the traditions get passed on.
With it comes responsibility.
I see guys that used to be little kids when they came in, and now they got kids, they come in.
Preparing the little ones for what's to come.
Pretty much everybody I've talked to so far are getting the kids out, getting them used to the gun, showing them the safety, on and off, how to carry a gun and where to point the gun.
And being there for support through it all.
When you're putting a high-powered rifle in a child's hands, you want to be there with them, definitely.
A cycle of seasons for generations to come.
The traditions of our areas that make our business, and it's the most important thing in my life.
There are rules and regulations the DNR has laid out for kids and parents to follow. We have that information on our website, CBS3Duluth.com.
Kelly's here to talk a little bit about sports. It's not March, but we get to talk about college basketball.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy,
We're
yeah.
already almost there.
Almost
Still got
there.
a few weeks before the season begins. But we are talking college basketball. Next, the UMD women's hoops team reports for their first official day of practice. Hear from this team next.
Hairball, live at the Bear. CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota. Presidential award-winning service. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler. KohlerToyota.com.
Alexa, turn on the house lights.
Now, during SUV season, get over $6,000 total savings or lease an Escape for just $249 a month, only at your Northland Ford dealers.
The best relationships all have a few things in common. They're dependable. They want what's best for you. They come in all shapes and sizes. But most importantly, the best relationships are built to last. You and Blue.
At Anytime Fitness, we know that healthy does not happen on its own. But together, we can make healthy happen with the right help, right ways, and the right coach who listens. With coaching, team workouts, and community, you have our commitment to help you reach your goals and get you to your healthy place. Anytime Fitness. Join October 7th through the 25th for only $1. 2 personal training sessions are included. Whether you want to work out on your own, with a friend, or a group, let's make healthy happen. Join Anytime Fitness today.
Is your child on track? As a caregiver, we love watching babies reach milestones, like that first smile, that first giggle, first steps and words. Some children need a little extra help to learn and grow. If you've noticed that your child isn't reaching certain milestones, don't worry. Free help is available for children ages birth to 5. Whether your child is at home, in daycare, or in preschool, the Help Me Grow referral system connects you to the early intervention program in your area. Visit helpmegrowmn.org or your local school district to make sure your child is on track.
The Dish voice remote just got even more powerful. Why'd we put so much technology in there?
You don't think I've watched a lot of football?
You want to put a little wager on it? Bet. So you can settle that bet without ever taking your eyes off the game.
How many D1 football teams are there?
What you do with that power?
Oh, it's gotta hurt.
Well, that is totally up to you.
Don't look so sad, man. Come on, we're having fun.
New Dish voice remote with the Google Assistant. Dish, tuned into you.
The Honda CR-V is perfect for people from all walks of life. From the daydreamers to the night riders, and the carpoolers to the lone wolves. Let's not forget the young ones, and those young at heart. No wonder people made the CR-V the best-selling CUV in its class. Now is a great time to shop the #1 CR-V clearance event. Hurry in today for a great deal.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
It is October 15th, and we are talking college basketball. After an impressive run last season, the UMD women's basketball team returns a lot of strong pieces from last year's run. But one thing you can count on is a strong chemistry on and off the court. If there is one thing that you know about this squad, it's how much they love playing together. That starts with a culture led by fifth-year head coach Mandy Pearson, who stresses how important a team bond off the court is just as important as it is on.
Almost every single day. We have our bad days, but I think anytime that I wake up in the morning and I'm in the gym with this team first thing in the morning, I have my best days because they're so fun. Honestly, the stuff that you see on social media, that is this group 95% of the time.
We do have a really good bond, and I think it helps that we hang out so much outside of basketball, and we're all best friends, so we spend a lot of time together. And I think that helps on the court because we don't have a lot of hard feelings, or we don't get mad at each other a lot, so that helps a lot.
The squad will open up exhibition play 2 weeks from this coming Friday at home, hosting Division III opponent Bethel. The elements, including snow and wind, did not seem to faze the UMD football team this past weekend. The Dogs got back on track with a homecoming win over Wayne State. The defense rose to the occasion once again, pitching their fourth second-half shutout of the season. On the other side of the ball, starting quarterback John Larson remained sidelined, which gave a pair of underclassmen their time in the spotlight under center. Sophomore Garrett Olson and Keegan Calchero, who did enough for the Bulldogs to come out on top.
We're similar players in that we can both create if we need to, but we're not run-first type of guys. We're going to go through our progressions and get out of the pocket if we have to. So I say we're similar in that way. We honestly don't have much differences. I think we're both athletic quarterbacks.
And we both bring a lot to the table, and we both fit well in the offense. And obviously it worked out well on Saturday. We got a win, and hopefully the same thing happens this weekend.
The Bulldogs travel to Sioux Falls on Saturday to take on the Cougars. Kickoff is at 1:00 p.m. After a historic season last year, Billy Exel, the clutch UMD Bulldog that had a hand in several key victories for the UMD Bulldogs, is turning pro. The 24-year-old forward has signed with the Wichita Thunder down in Kansas to a standard player contract. The Thunder are the AHL affiliate of the Edmonton Oilers. Exel wore the alternate captain role for last season's championship run, tallying 24 points for the Bulldogs. So it's very fun. Oh, finally, congrats to Northwestern senior Kiernan Smith. I almost forgot. I'm sorry, Kiernan, who finished tied for fourth at the WIAA State Girls Golf Tournament today, an improvement on her 7th place finish last year. Big congrats to her. I don't know what the weather is down there, but I don't know if it was a good day for golf, but
hopefully it was better up than up here.
I know, but she did well, so good job, Kiernan.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah. All right, Dave, you coming on in here?
Okay, I'm coming in.
Yeah, come on over, Dave.
Look at that. Let's talk about that
Let's do
extended
it.
forecast. All kinds of flavors of weather here this week. Starting cloudy, cool, and rainy, but then getting a little bit milder and sunnier by Thursday. Just a chance for some evening showers on Friday, and 60. Then 60 on Saturday with a slight chance for morning showers. Saturday afternoon should be gorgeous, especially if you're heading to Ely for the Jake Forsman Memorial Burnout Competition.
There you go.
And car show. That's a big deal for us Ely folks.
Yeah.
A chance to pay tribute to a guy lost way too soon. Should be good weather for it this year.
Good, glad to hear it. Hey, thanks for joining us.
We'll see you at 10.